We're not gonna fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at instances where an actor unexpectedly exited a film project, leading to a last-minute replacement. Minor spoilers will ensue.
Now you know why they call me Dirty Harry. Every dirty job that comes along.
Dennis Hopper, The Truman Show.
Let's not do anything rash here. I mean, are you sure she's worth all this? I mean, she never does stop talking. She never shuts up.
Ed Harris's Christoph is a master manipulator who curates every aspect of lead man Truman's life. As the producer of the in-universe Truman Show, Harris can and does fire actors at will, especially those who develop sympathies for the clueless Truman.
But how do you intend to explain his 22-year absence?
Amnesia.
Brilliant.
Before Harris came to play the cruel producer, it was first given to Dennis Hopper. Hopper's performance proved unsatisfactory to producers, and he was let go. Ed Harris finally agreed to accept the role, though not until many other actors had turned it down. Life imitates art, imitates life.
Don't look in the camera, say something, keep it going. Keep it going. He's gone. Cut transmission!
Cut transmission? Cut it!
James McAvoy, 50-50. In this unlikely comedy, public radio journalist Adam's life is upended when a cancerous tumor is discovered in his spine.
A tumor? Yes. Me? Yes.
That doesn't make any sense, though. I mean,
Facing infidelity, befriending fellow patients, and a slow-burn relationship with his therapist, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's role is a difficult one, juggling comedy and pathos. The role of Adam was initially given to James McAvoy. Fearing he'd miss his first child's birth, though, McAvoy dropped out.
There are thousands of men on those ships, good, honest, innocent men. They're just following orders.
It would have been interesting to see how McAvoy would have fared in a tragicomedy. As it is, Gordon-Levitt delivers a straight-man performance that plays well against the comic absurdities of his supporting cast.
Looks okay, right?
No, it's really weird.
We shouldn't have done this.
Yeah, big mistake.
Why didn't we go to a barber?
That would have been a good idea.
Deborah Winger, A League of Their Own. Beware the consequences of hating Madonna too much. A League of Their Own is a classic film by Penny Marshall, following the triumphs and struggles of the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League.
Yeah, what are you, a genius?
You know, they got over 100 girls here, so, some of yous are gonna have to go home.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Come on, Doris.
Deborah Winger was initially among the star-studded cast, getting ready to play Dottie after Demi Moore dropped out due to her pregnancy. But Madonna's casting as May proved to be a deal-breaker for Winger. Per Winger, the film was becoming more like an Elvis film.
So, is all of this absolutely necessary, Will?
The filmmakers finally cast Gina Davis, fresh off her lead role in Thelma and Louise, as Dottie. Lesson learned: don't let Madonna's presence foil your ball-playing dreams.
Hey, Kit! Lay off of those high ones.
I like the high one.
Colin Firth, Paddington. A critical and commercial success, followed by a well-received sequel, Paddington's titular, cuddly sentient bear could have had a different voice altogether. Colin Firth was cast as the voice for Paddington, a very British choice.
I see a young man with potential. A young man who is loyal.
However, during production, Firth had difficulty settling on the right voice for the character. When he dropped out, he was replaced by Ben Whishaw, who imbues a gentle warmth to the character.
Hi, big fella. What's cooking? Marmalade, Mr. Brown. Go on, have a taste. Delicious. And just one sandwich contains all the vitamins and minerals a bear needs for the whole day.
It would have been something to have seen, or rather heard, Firth's crisp propriety. But as it is, Whishaw delivers a charming performance suitable for this sweet, family-friendly film.
I will never be like other people, but that's all right. Because I'm a bear. A bear called Paddington.
Sylvester Stallone, Beverly Hills Cop. In this buddy cop action comedy, Eddie Murphy plays rough detective Axel Foley on probation for a failed sting operation. Murphy's independent, street-smart, but warm interpretation of Axel makes him an endearing protagonist to follow.
Don't run tell me Summers that Mr. Ahmed Foley is here to see...
Axel Foley. Axel.
Achwell.
Axel.
Foley is here to see her. These are all the queens.
Before Murphy was called in for the role, the part was given to Sylvester Stallone. Stallone had a different vision for the film, rewriting the action comedy into a standard action flick.
You're a disease, and I'm the cure.
No doubt that would have been more in line with Stallone's talents, but the producers were loath to get rid of the comedy. Stallone eventually used these ideas for his film Cobra, and Murphy got a chance to flex his action comedy chops. all's well that ends well.
I remember you used to drive that crappy blue Chevy Nova. What are you driving now?
Same crappy blue Chevy Nova.
JeanClaude Van Damme, Predator. This major franchise could have been very different with another Predator. In the original sci-fi film, Vietnam veteran Dutch leads an expedition that discovers and hunts for the titular alien creature.
What the hell is wrong with you?
There's something in those trees.
The creature was initially going to be played by JeanClaude Van Damme. Van Damme had the advantage of martial arts training, with his Predator being more of a stealthy, evasive hunter.
That will make you Frank Dux.
No. It's Dukes.
Gotcha. Like put up your dukes, right?
However, Damme complained about the stuffy bodysuit, claiming it was too hot to breathe. Damme's slight physique, especially compared to Arnold Schwarzenegger in the lead role, was also a factor, with the filmmakers deciding that a more physically intimidating creature was necessary.
What the hell are you?
They settled on Kevin Peter Hall instead, with Peter Cullen providing the voice. Charlie Hunnam, 50 Shades of Grey. For fans, it'd be hard to imagine an actor other than Jamie Dornan to play Christian Grey, the billionaire with particular bedroom tastes. Charlie Hunnam was originally cast opposite Dakota Johnson, however.
I'm gonna give you a beautiful life.
Interestingly enough, Hunnam initially turned down the part before he reconsidered. Once he read the book, he even grew excited to play the part, doing successful readings with Johnson. Unfortunately, Hunnam still had the final season of Sons of Anarchy left to film.
Now it's too late. But you knew that was gonna happen.
On top of that, he had promised his friend Guillermo del Toro that he would star in his film Crimson Peak. Many actors were considered for Hunnam's replacement before Jamie Dornan was picked for Grey.
Why am I here, Christian?
You're here because I'm incapable of leaving you alone.
Frank Sinatra, Dirty Harry. Inspector Callahan's hunt for sadistic killer Scorpio in this neo-noir could have had an entirely different Dirty Harry.
Well, you can just get yourself another delivery boy.
Legendary singer Frank Sinatra had some acting chops and a real-life rough and tough personality. The script was even picked up with him in mind, but a wrist injury that Sinatra got while filming The Manchurian Candidate proved a grave deterrent to any heavy action shenanigans.
I've been having this nightmare. A real swinger of a nightmare, too.
Other contenders for Callahan range from John Wayne, to Marlon Brando, to Burt Lancaster, to Steve McQueen. In the end, Clint Eastwood took on the role. Perhaps casting Sinatra would have avoided some of the film's controversy, but Eastwood undoubtedly was suited for a cop who takes matters into his own hands.
You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Winona Ryder, The Godfather Part 3. Director Francis Ford Coppola's delayed return to his legendary Godfather series disappointed many fans and critics alike. A chief complaint concerned the performance of Coppola's daughter, Sophia, cast for the role of Michael Corleone's daughter, Mary.
Only if you ask.
What is this really for? Why are you doing this?
Winona Ryder, who was all set to play the role, suffered exhaustion from working movies back-to-back and had to drop out at the last minute. Desperate for a replacement, Coppola turned to his daughter for the role.
Hi, Vincent. I remember you.
You remember me from where?
From the last time we were at a party together.
The results were catastrophic. Critics went to town on Coppola's stilted performance, a lambast verging on cruel. Whether critics would have been more favorable to the film had Ryder played Mary has been the subject of much speculation. Either way, this last-minute casting decision would be the stuff of Hollywood infamy.
You don't have to do this to me, please.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Tom Selleck, Raiders of the Lost Ark. There is and never should be a version of this classic film without Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. But this film was almost made entirely without Ford in the picture.
No time to argue. Throw me the idol, I throw you the whip. Give me the whip. Adios, señor.
George Lucas initially wanted an unknown actor to play the lead role. Having cast Ford in Star Wars, Lucas had no desire to repeat actors. Tom Selleck was the favorite, but he was contractually obligated to star in CBS's Magnum P.I.
Well, maybe I can help.
You mean that?
Laura, I am a private investigator.
When Lucas and Steven Spielberg requested CBS to release Selig early, it greenlit the show instead, forcing Selig to drop out. Ouch! With no lead man, they turned to Harrison Ford, who was happy to oblige. The rest is Hollywood history, with the part fitting Ford like a glove, or a fedora.
Come on. Buy a drink. You know. A drink?
Which other case of an actor quitting at the last minute lives in your head rent-free, wondering what might have been? Let us know in the comments down below.
Was nothing real?
You were real. That's what made you so good to watch.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.